The Sound of Music is a 1965 American musical drama film directed by Robert Wise, adapted from the 1959 Broadway musical of the same name by Rodgers and Hammerstein. The story is based on the real-life memoir of Maria von Trapp, the story of the Trapp family singers. Set against the backdrop of pre-World War II Austria, the film blends romance, music, and historical drama. Story. Set in Austria during the late 1930s, the story follows Maria, a free-spirited young woman who is studying to become a nun. She is sent from the abbey to become a governess for the 7 children of Captain Georg von Trapp, a strict naval officer and widower. Through her love of music and warm-hearted nature, Maria brings joy and harmony into the household. Eventually, she and the captain fall in love and marry. However, as Nazi Germany annexes Austria, the von Trapp family must make a courageous decision to escape to safety. Cast: Julie Andrews as Maria, Christopher Plummer as Captain Georg von Trapp, Eleanor Parker as Baroness Elsa Schrader, Richard Haydn as Max Detweiler, Peggy Wood as Mother Abbess, Charmian Carr as Liesel von Trapp, Nicholas Hammond as Friedrich. Julie Andrews, who had just shot to stardom with Mary Poppins, brought warmth and energy to Maria. However, filming wasn't always so idyllic. The famous mountaintop opening scene, for example, looked serene but was anything but. It was filmed from a helicopter flying in tight circles around Andrews. Every time the chopper approached, the wind from its rotors would knock her over. She reportedly fell multiple times before they got the perfect take. Christopher Plummer, who played Captain von Trapp, had a complicated relationship with the film. He once jokingly referred to it as the sound of mucus, frustrated by its sentimental tone. While his speaking role remains iconic, Plummer did not perform his own singing. His voice was dubbed by professional singer Bill Lee. Despite this, Plummer later admitted that he grew to appreciate the film and its legacy over time. The real von Trapp family's story also differs from what we see on screen. For one, their escape wasn't a dramatic climb over the Alps, but rather a quiet train ride out of Austria to Italy. Additionally, Maria and the captain married in 1927, over a decade before the Nazi annexation of Austria. Another charming detail is the cameo by the real Maria von Trapp. Along with 2 of her children, she briefly appears in the film during the scene where the family walks through an archway in Salzburg after leaving the abbey. The film's success surprised even its creators. Studio executives worried it might be too wholesome for audiences in the mid-1960s, but it turned out to be a massive box office hit. It remained the highest-grossing film of all time for 5 years, until it was surpassed by The Godfather in 1972. The songs themselves became cultural landmarks. Do Re Mi, My Favorite Things, and Climb Every Mountain are instantly recognizable around the world. Even now, sing-along screenings continue to draw enthusiastic crowds. Filming in Salzburg brought its own magic. Many of the locations, like the Mirabell Gardens, Nonnenberg Abbey, and Leopoldskron Palace, have become major tourist destinations. For many fans, visiting Austria is a kind of pilgrimage, retracing the footsteps of the von Trapps and Maria. The film won 5 Academy Awards. The film had a production budget of approximately $8.2 million. It went on to earn over $286 million at the global box office. At the time, it became the highest-grossing film ever, surpassing Gone with the Wind. Positive reviews. Critics praised Julie Andrews' performance as radiant and full of charm, calling her portrayal of Maria both heartfelt and energetic. The cinematography, especially the sweeping shots of the Austrian Alps, was widely admired for its breathtaking beauty. The film's music, composed by Rodgers and Hammerstein, was considered timeless, with songs that became instant classics. Audiences loved the wholesome family appeal, emotional story, and uplifting message, turning it into a cultural phenomenon. It won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, and remains beloved across generations. Negative reviews. Some critics at the time found the film overly sentimental or saccharine, especially compared to other more serious films of the 1960s. The movie was criticized for being too long and slow-paced in parts, particularly in the second half. Christopher Plummer was initially dissatisfied with the film's tone, calling it too sweet and emotionally manipulative. A few reviewers felt the adaptation glossed over historical realities, offering a romanticized version of the Von Trapp family's story. Despite massive box office success, some considered it out of step with the changing tastes of the late 60s counterculture.